You've surveyed thousands of people in 40 different industries, actually. Are there similarities or major differences amongst the industries?
Yeah, it's a good question. And what the data is actually telling us is that there are more similarities based on departments than industry. So take, for instance, an employee who does sales for a medical equipment supplier. That salesperson is likely going to have more in common with someone outside his or her industry if that someone also does sales, say insurance sales, for instance, as compared to someone in an entirely different department like accounting or manufacturing, even if that manufacturer worker is also in the medical equipment industry. And while that's not an absolute truth, we do see that within most companies and across most industries.
Yeah, it's really interesting. The more I listen to you, and it's interesting language because your use of language is very distinct as you talk about the cautions and the delineation between this or that. There are tripwires of bias that can be applied certainly to any of this research or the surveys or the assessments that are done. And I'm sure that's something that you're regularly trying to counsel and move people away from, which is confirmation bias. Well, I think this, therefore everything seems to confirm this, right? And certainly the poor millennials have gotten slammed with everybody believes a millennial is this, and therefore all the research points to the millennials are just like that, right? Kind of thing. And so we end up with 1 inch deep conclusions against all of this.